EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors. And with towels waving, we're underway from Heinz Field. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
Now the first carry from Marlon Mack. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll run it. It's Mack. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. With 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Roethlisberger quickly to the flat, and he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately, so he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Able to hit his target, Claypool. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Ben to throw again. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw again is Roethlisberger. Going up top. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Marlon Mack, 38 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Good. Makes the score Steelers 7. Patriots.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Newton and the Patriots with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a quick throw out wide to Myers. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
That catch good for only a couple.
44-yard line.
2nd and 8. Throwing is Newton. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll run with Michelle. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
On the ground, Michelle. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Michelle again.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
A play fake to Michelle. Now Newton. Flushed out right. And his throw here's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 yards there, first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Gain of 11. And it's 3rd down.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots.
To Jordan Reed.
Jordan Reed. There to make the grab. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
The kicker on for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Good.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Roethlisberger will throw. They'll run the screen with Mack. Finding room at the 30. And finally down at the 41-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Pittsburgh Steelers. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one.
First quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Down and 4.
A quick toss outright. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
1-yard line.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton. Now they go screen. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Mack. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Ball carrier.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And Boswell missed it. Missed it to the right. No good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Steelers take over.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Roethlisberger. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know this.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good. good for 26 and a first down.
And a Patriot first down.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
First down, New England.
Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. And they'll try the option on first and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Harris, the ball carrier.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
You can fall, you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch you watch you. 230.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Roethlisberger to throw. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. Accelerating, and off he goes. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Eric Ebron in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Steelers 21. Patriots 7.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? A final shot before the break. Newton. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
For Pittsburgh.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Now this will make it into the end zone, and the half will begin with a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
He's going to go deep for Funchess. And that's caught inside the 35. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run out of the gun with Michel. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Again, it's Michel. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Greg Haley on the stop. It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
The shotgun snap for Newton. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Steelers' 13-yard line.
On 2nd down, Michel. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. Newton now to throw. to Michel on the screen. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. So a decision to make there. They decline the penalty as they'd rather force the 4th down. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's see what you got.
First carry for James Conner. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Roethlisberger. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 2nd down, Michel. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 25-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Now Newton. Forced out to his left. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And they will run it with Michel. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel taking it in. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Newton to throw. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Steelers 21, Patriots 16.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. I'll tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chase Claypool, 74 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Good. Makes the score Steelers 28, Patriots 16. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Caught left side by Funchess. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Now Michelle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
He hits Beasley right side. 12 more yards there and another first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a pass hauled in downfield. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On first down, Newton. That's complete into the hands of Myers. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots are back within a score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This will make it into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Marlon Mack, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And his kick is good.
Makes the score Steelers 35.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
So we'll recount real quick. He had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So now after the sack, Cam and the Patriots going to look up at a 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Newton, and he gets it to Funchess complete. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. On 1st and 10, Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Newton. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Darius Slay with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that will make this a 19-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Pats at the line ready to go. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes. But receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
1 week gone.